It's Take Five Tuesday, where we take 5 minutes of your day for a mindset refresh for a redefined you. Today, we're talking about, are you getting by or are you getting better? It is so easy to just sit back, coast, chill at life because we're busy parents. You could be a spouse. It doesn't matter what it is that you do as your occupation. This applies to everybody. When you are just coasting, that is another way of just being mediocre. And so I'm going to actually save that for another video, probably next week or the week after, because that's a whole topic by itself. But let's talk about some of the reasons why you are just getting by instead of getting better. Because life be life, and we know that's like the phrase of the year. It applies to everybody, it applies to me as well. So here is one reason. You have a lack of clarity or lack of direction. It does not mean that you are a bad person. You could be having so many things going on in your life, which just has you thinking, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? And so sometimes we as people, me included at times, because I am not without fault, sometimes we get stuck. And then when we're stuck, that there is the mindset of, well, I don't want to try because I'm not sure what it is I want to be doing right now. That right there is just getting by. So, how do we counter that feeling of just getting by? You can do things like make a vision board. Now, vision boards have been around for probably years and decades. And I did one years ago with a friend. Yes, you can have a vision board if you want to have your magazine cutouts and your printout. And that could be one thing that you can see to then make progress, because if you see things, you may actually have more clarity and direction. It's about the visual part. In a previous Take Five Tuesday video, I was also talking about when you write things down, you can then do them in stages. So whether it's a dry erase board, whether it's some notes on your phone, or even some post-it notes on your fridge, but just have something that is in your line of sight. That way you can have it as a reference. Once you have those things written down, you can have goals. You can have them maybe by quarter, by year, by 5 years, whatever interval works for you. When you break it down into those small steps and stages, that could also help with your direction and clarity. So here is another way that you are just getting by, but you can get better. Like, excuse me. That is, you do not see the long-term impact. Sometimes we just want to get things done quickly, and sometimes that works. So yes, you have those things broken down into various stages, whether it's once a month, a quarter, a year, 5-year plan. But then think about, what are your actual goals once you have that clarity and direction? Think about the long-term impact that you want to see for yourself. And it may take a little bit of time in the short term, but then in the end, you would have reached it. A third way that you are just getting by and maybe not getting better is because you are stuck in this routine of just being complacent. And again, it happens to so many people because at times I've had that kind of mindset of being stuck. Maybe things weren't going right for me at work or with family or just in life in general. I was at a place actually last year in 2024 that I was complacent and I was in that rut. But baby, once I got out of that, once I got my clarity and direction, once I focused on my long-term impacts, I was then able to see that me being complacent was doing myself a humongous disservice. So rather than be complacent, do something different. If it means maybe taking a walk after work, if it's cold outside and you work in an office building, bring some tennis shoes with you and go walk around in your building. Do something that is out of your normal to then get out of the routine, because once you get out of the routine, it can become a positive habit. So we've talked about finding that direction and clarity. we've talked about the long-term impacts, and we've talked about getting out of the mindset of being complacent. There are so many other ways you can use to get out of the mindset trap of just getting by and then focus on getting better. But these are just three. That's my time. And so if you have liked this video, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment, give it a share, and we will see you next time on Take 5 Tuesday.